All right, so we're going to go into Nick Fuentes now. So, for those of you guys who remember, we're going to start off here with a quick refresher. So, go to 0, Andy.
Okay.
So, this is where we last saw Nick. He was trying to infiltrate CPAC. He got thrown out, and here he is getting heckled for being a cum hunter and gay.
This is my favorite video.
So, this is where we last left Nick Fuentes. All right.
Here we go.
Yeah, big fan, man.
Hey, how's it going, man? What's up? I what?
Nick, you want to come here? Come on. Nick, you're gay. You're gay, Nick. You're homosexual.
Yes. We're here for pictures, so that's fine.
The adequate, like, tone of his voice.
Yeah, he's gay.
He's gay.
He's
God,
gay.
he's gay.
Look
He
good,
hunts
man.
for cum.
Dripped out.
You do it, babe. You are hot. If you're a hot man, I will always stand up for the first amendment.
That jacket is so.
It's
Hey, Alex Ronselli, I just want to say, big fan. I don't think I sent that super chat. You got to look at it.
That's, you know, by the way, he goes, I'm a big fan, but I've never sent you a super chat.
I'm a big fan, but I've never sent a super chat. So that's where we left him last week. He was getting heckled, getting kicked out. The Groypers embarrassed themselves, confronting one guy. Dalton confronted some guy in a bar, embarrassed himself. Then these like really homosexual, lispy, dysgenic Groypers confronted what's his name, Dow, Vince Dow, out in public. Do you remember the Asian guy?
Yes.
And he just totally felted them and embarrassed them. So every side quest was failing. It was a total disaster. But we get to this week. So we fast forward a day. The event was like canceled at the hotel that Nick wanted to hold and everything like this. So he has to scramble last minute to try and put together his shitty rally, his shitty speech. Meanwhile, this new episode, he's sending out Beardson to get kicked out. We're going to go through Beardson's arc at CPAC, Dalton's arc at CPAC, all this shit. But let's start with Nick's speech, and let's start with Nick's rally. How many people were there? Because remember, this is last year at AFPAC 3, there were allegedly thousands in attendance. Huge event, apparently, with massive speakers. Now, we know the truth about the numbers were there was probably a few hundred people there, not a few thousand.
400.
There was like 350, 400. Corinne exposed the truth about the footage, about how many people were at the rally, and it looks like they maybe had about 50 to 60 people present.
That's very generous of you, Ashton.
It was, well, let's have a look. Let's
by the way,
footage here.
While she was filming this, one of Nick's goons went over to her and went, "You have to stop filming." But it was too late, folks. This was live. Here we go. She's drunk. There's Nick right there. This big giant jacket. All right, correct. Here we go. Here we go. First of all, look at this crew. Look at this. Is that Ali
Holy. I don't know. I don't think that's Ollie Alexander. It's just another dysgenic looking Groyper that's like brown. Look at these. Look at that guy.
Whoa,
buddy. That's definitely an Aryan Ubermensch right there. Andy.
Yeah.
That guy's going to save our race right now. Okay, so
here we go. Let's do the counter. Well, okay, actually, we'll start from here.
It's like 4, 5, 6, 7. There's about 12 people here at best.
Okay. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, imagine 2, 15, 16, 17.
Is that Sammy?
Oh my God.
I think they got Sammy, Bake's old girlfriend, is there.
Look at this guy.
Whoa, look at this pedophile.
That's a Fed.
Whoa.
A Fed?
Buddy, that's
or
like a
pedophile?
Fed Is it pedophile or is it a Fed? Let's do a place your bets right now.
It's a pedophile. It's a pedophile.
A pedophile?
Look at this guy.
let's like
This guy is recording all their conversations. Look at him.
look at him.
It looks like
Holy
he's wearing
shit.
one of those. Remember those dollar store you buy the fake glasses and the nose and mustache? It looks like he's wearing that.
Well, I put up a poll, Fed or PDF. I think a lot of people, if you dissent that it's a pedophile, hit 3 in chat. But
I think it's a
this
pedophile.
guy, this is a pedophile. Holy! But look at the guy next to him.
Whoa!
Whoa! He's some other like Mexican pedophile weirdo
What the?
that scrounged from the pits of optical hell. Look at him,
That guy's like 4'3". Look at him,
buddy. He's even
kid.
shorter than the pedophile.
Oh my god!
Holy f! Now some
Wait!
middle-aged woman.
There's a 3-foot guy.
Whoa!
there.
This guy's like from the Lollipop Guild.
Wait,
3'11" of impotent manlet rage.
You know how funny is this? It's like 5'11". Okay, cool. All right, 5'9", 5'6", 4'1". He's shorter than Beardson. He looks like Baked Alaska. Eh?
Buddy.
It's like Baked Alaska and Beardson had a child.
Yes, it's their love child. Whoa, buddy. The nose on that guy in the corner.
Whoa,
buddy.
This guy.
I'm just saying,
that
like,
profile shot.
that guy might be a bit J-ish there, a bit beaky on that guy there. You know, that guy is definitely not recording all of their conversations.
Look
and
at
leaking
this
all
guy.
Is that guy got a bow tie?
Is he? I don't know.
Is that just like his neck, like pixelated? Okay, no, he doesn't have a bow tie,
Whoa.
buddy. He's just like some little fucking weird
That's like
mixed
a
race
16-year-old
guy.
kid.
Yeah,
It's like a high schooler. What the is he doing there?
buddy. Who is that fat woman in the back with the fucking mask on?
Her? She's not fat.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
No, she has a jacket.
Look at these.
She has a jacket
Okay.
there.
But look at this group of people. They're all wearing masks. I thought America First was against masks.
Yeah. Wait.
And that masks were
Is that
for
Dalton?
F-slurs. No, is that Dalton in a GIMP outfit?
I don't. But is everyone 4'1" here? Like, what is going on?
I don't know. But this is a tiny little fucking hotel room. And they've barely filled it. Like, there's still a lot of space.
Yeah.
There's maybe 50
This is
people
like
here.
the rooms that you have like a birthday party in.
Yes.
You
No,
know?
it's like
Oh, a family.
it's like you rent like the room at the movie theater for your friends to come.
Exactly. Okay, she turn. Look. Wow, AF's pulling some dogs. Look at this old bitch. Holy
shit,
It's like a
dude.
70-year-old fucking like
Retiree.
Oh yeah. Holy.
All right, let's have a look here.
I bet none of these people wanted to be on our show, by the way. But
No.
but Corinne is the queen. How short is this man?
Buddy, look at the guy's towering over him by at least 2 full feet.
By the way, look, this
That
is
guy
like-
can't be 5 foot tall.
No.
Like, there's no way.
No.
Unless that guy's 7'3".
Look at this guy right here. What is he? Is he like a rabbi?
And you know, it's like Nick has to pretend like he likes all these people and that they're all winners. Like, they're all just a bunch of dysgenic failures, which is why on Nick's own feed, they don't show the crowd at all. They don't show the audience size because they're embarrassed of it. But what's hilarious, they keep inviting Corinne around for whatever reason
And then she
to
keeps
expose how
exposing-
small and embarrassing their event is. Like, look at Nick's shitty little PowerPoint screen. They try and make it look with the camera when we go to the speech like it's this massive auditorium. It's just this little screen.
Yeah.
And the images he plays on it are so
cringe.
unoptical and so cringe. It's unbelievable.
Wait, we have
Holy
it's like Ice Poseidon's like younger brother.
yeah, dollar store,
Look at this.
wish.com, Ice Poseidon.
It's like the whole left side of his jaw is just missing in the shot. What the is
Amazing.
he have like jaw cancer or whatever? Look,
Oh man,
Latino Zoomer's back.
It's Latino Zoomer is back.
Oh my god,
And he's like,
pedophile.
He's like, I hurt
Let's put some
myself
water on it.
today
Whoa.
to see if I still feel.
Look at this
Like,
shot.
look at him do the virgin walk.
This is a
Bro.
liminal.
That's
yeah.
literally like the virgin walk from like the Chad stride versus the virgin stride. Like, look at him.
The way
Look at his
this lighting
posture.
is, too.
His like shoulders like slumped over, his head looking down. There's no doubt that that's a sex
not
offender.
liminal space.
It really
the way
is.
The lighting is, the shadows. It's so uncanny. Okay.
Holy.
Any other people?
So then we cut back around.
There's the pedophile. Look,
The pedophile freaks me. Is that like Carl undercover in the AF
look,
event?
look. This guy has the sharpest like jaw I've ever seen.
Andy, shut it down. Fondle McDongle for $100.
Go!
Says, imagine
Sorry.
going to a fed honeypot. Like, imagine.
You know, that's the point.
Like, I'm
Fondle.
pleading with you guys. Those of you guys in the audience, you may not be groypers. You might just be honest, decent people. Don't go to these fucking fed IRL events led by internet leaders that are like children
No.
that live in their mothers, but just don't do it.
Look,
You know,
if it's
don't
like
waste your life.
If you're heading to like a video game one where it's like a game, that's anything political. Just it's sketch, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now, they're all there.
Don't go.
You're gonna lose your job. All right, let's keep making fun of these people here because it's amazing. We're the only guys who can make a 30-minute segment over just like footage of a crowd.
3 minutes. I thought we'd be done with this by now. To be honest, I just wanted to show the number of people who are there, but when you look at the quality of the people, you start to realize what a joke this is,
it's
for
not,
real.
Yeah, you're right. That wasn't. There's a female here. This girl's sus.
She's old, isn't she?
She looked old for a second, and then she turned and like de-aged. Here, look,
Whoa.
she went from like 45
yeah, 45
to like 22.
22. Yeah, in a matter of seconds.
Look at this, yo.
I don't know. She's like a skinwalker, some sort of succubus demon.
Buddy,
See, there's her true ancient witch form. Okay, and then she turns, and then there's the form that she's using. She's like the Red Witch from Game of Thrones.
Oh my god,
that's secretly
so
95 years old. She uses her necklace of power. She's trying to get close to the groypers to suck their psychic energy from them. This is some crazy shit.
This is a smaller one, but look at this guy right over here. That's just so funny to me. I don't know why. Just people like dressing like this to see Nick say the exact same thing. By the way, I watched that full speech. I wanted to put a B in my H.
We're only going to watch the first couple minutes, but it's the same talking points.
Oh, guys,
from years ago.
Taking over the left, censorship. We get
but
it.
now the whole thing is, we're Christian futurists, and I mean, it's just a label that really has no meaning. But it's a label that's pushed by like Peter Thiel, who's like a homosexual who's subverting the right wing, and it's been rumored for years that Nick was being controlled by Peter Thiel. I guess we're getting our confirmation that Peter Thiel is backing this shit and that Fuentes is one of the homosexual log cabin Republicans within the Thiel camp by his use of futurism. But it's just all a LARP. And like when you go back to the historical futurists, they were anti-Catholic. They were anti-religious. They were about technology being mankind's salvation. So it doesn't really make any sense. It's just a total LARP. But anyway.
Actually, this whole thing's every day we're this. It's like, okay, like if you miss the memo, you're like a whole different political party at this point if you're America First.
Holy whoa, is that guy like, what is that guy doing? He's got his fingers in his mouth. Is he eating his booger? Like a moment ago, was he picking his nose and then he ate it? He picked his nose and he ate it. No, the redheaded stepchild groyper picked his nose and ate it on camera. Look at him, he's savoring the flavor. Is that Jade? Is that like dime store Jaden in the left corner? Is that like replacement Jaden? But like, what did they do? Well, holy and he's short as hell.
This guy knows he's gonna be on our show. He's like,
This guy is
I'm gonna
like
end up
looking
on
over
Kino
at.
Casino,
No,
aren't
he
I?
just watched that guy pick his nose and eat it, and he's like, "I'm the guy who watched him pick his nose and eat it."
Yeah, and now he's
What a
pretending like-
disaster!
he's like, oh, I was just scratching my chin the whole time. Were you, bud? Were ya?
No,
Felt.
they've got scuffed Jaden bottom left. This is tough.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at this. Look,
Buddy,
at
what is
that.
up with all the pedo stash
Look who it is.
degenerates?
I
It's
spot a
Sarter.
I spot a Sarter. And then Nick Fuentes felt Sarter. Did you hear about that?
No. Yeah, apparently he felt his Sarter. Eh?
My God. Okay, Corinne, anything else?
I think this is it. So that was the epic gathering of Groypers. Maybe 50, 60 people max
Yeah.
were there. Huge step down from last year's AFPAC. There were no guest speakers, nothing. It was just a speech by Nick Fuentes in a small conference room. Honestly, like Richard Spencer's NPI conferences were better than that. We're better than that. And then those featured Millennial Woes in a purple t-shirt for sake.
Yeah.
So let's go to this full speech. We're just going to play a couple minutes of it. Go to number 2.
Okay.
And so here we go. This is the full speech that Fuentes delivered. We're not going to watch. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but we're going to watch a couple minutes here of it.
And you know what?
If it'll play.
It is playing. This is it.
It's black though for me.
Yeah,
is it black for you? Hold on. Skip ahead. Okay. Here we go.
The first image is a bomb gonna nuke Earth.
Like,
you know what I mean?
is this really like optical? Like, is this like because your message? Like, the optical problem is the media paints you as like scary, fascist, evil. You want to kill people. So your decision is to like start posting pictures of bombs and like atomic shit and snakes and. All right, let's skip ahead until Nick starts speaking.
Okay.
Like, this is some dark imagery.
Yeah.
And like all the imagery that he used, like this Christian imagery of like Jesus nailed to the cross and like crown of thorns and snakes. Like this idea that Nick is this messianic, like antichrist type figure. Like, it doesn't help your optics.
AK-47, like.
Yeah. Like, look at this.
Jesus, everyone. Oh my God, by the way.
Like, by the way, like, V for Vendetta's aesthetics called, like, they want it back.
Yeah.
Like, with the cross behind him, he's trying to look like the dictator from V for Vendetta. Like, the LARP is f***ing for real.
Buddy.
All right.
By the way, all of Nick's intros this week were like 5 hours long.
Oh, I know. He's just so late.
We made a joke to one of our friends, and he goes, "Oh, his intros aren't 5 hours long." 5 hours later, we're like, "See?" And I'm like, I thought I was exaggerating. Anyway, here we go, guys. Nick's here. Okay.
You want to give people with epilepsy a f***ing seizure?
I'm so
just
sorry.
play this shit.
If you have seizures, close your eyes for a sec.
If you're epileptic, don't look at this.
I'm gonna get a seizure.
Is this really gonna reach the normies?
This is so cringe. Okay, all right, here we go.
Here we go. Let's listen to this.
I want to show you all the first second of it, though. Oh, there he is, guys. It's Jesus Christ. Okay.
So it's totally muted.
You can't hear
it. Starts off and it's just totally muted, and then the audio is scuffed as. Let's play it. Here we go.
Okay, guys, ear rape warning. If you're wearing headphones, ear rape warning. I'm gonna lower it a little bit.
He's muted.
I have it at 25%.
So it starts off with it just being muted, and he has to to his beginning of his speech. Wow, guys, this is a world-class organization. Can't even set up a speech in a room.
Yeah, when I first saw this, I'm like, whoa, where was he? You know? And then, like, we see the reality of it.
Great crowd here. Wow. Impressive.
Oh!
Buddy, I had it at 25%. That almost blew my eardrums when I first watched it, by the way.
Great crowd here, pretty impressive. turnout for an event like this. We actually had a venue.
Big crowd, very impressive.
I think Chris so impressive. We already have seen that there's maybe 50 people there at best.
Maybe.
And like at first the mic's muted and now it's all f***ed up and distorted. And we're supposed to believe that this organization that can't even run a f***ing simple rally at meeting of 50 people in a room with one speaker and one mic is going to be taking over America in the next few years, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Just trust the plan,
100%
bros.
Trust the fucking plan, bros.
Trust the plan, bros.
GM Grand. We had them for a week. They canceled on us 2 days ago.
Oh, my God. Should I put it at,
It's like-
100% and show you
So
all
listen,
what it
I
sounded
just
like?
tell you, no, this really like that was like the normies would immediately tune out of this shit.
Yeah.
So like imagine your buddies like, man, you got to hear this guy speak. Like this guy speaks like nobody else, and he's speaking the
I
truth.
mean, this is what you
Sends
hear.
you the video, you click it on, and it's just like the sounds of spurgatory from hell.
They put this together in 4
It's like the
days.
screaming tunnel of spurgs. Ah!
Oh, man. I wouldn't even know how to replicate this mistake.
The screams of the damned from
So
Spurgatory, you
thanks
know?
to them and thanks for being here. I have to say also about the crowd, it's all young people. I watched the Trump speech
No, we saw the 50-year-old lady.
Yeah.
earlier, and you know,
But
I
it's
like
50
Trump.
young people.
This is
Like,
bullshit.
if I
If
held an event and I was like, I have free hot dogs and sodas, I could probably get 50 people to show up in a room.
But
You know, it's not like that fucking hard
I
in
can tell
today's
everyone to
day.
meet me at
and age.
McDonald's near my place, and I'll have more people there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
know that
Why
ever
not
since
true,
I
but,
had
you know.
dinner with him, everybody's saying that I'm working against Trump or something. We love Trump.
Well, you were working for Yay.
and by the way,
Nah.
you love. It's like, we love Trump. It's like, but he started out with a diss. He goes, "We have young people here. Did you see the audience in Trump's? But I like Trump. Do ya?
I like Trump now, guys. I know I just spent the last several months working against him at every turn and
But
you
they
know,
have
shitting
to,
on
though.
him and
But
saying,
they have to.
but they
Ashley.
have to because the Yay thing is dead. So they have to walk back to Trump shamefully, hat in hand, and start grifting on the Trump train again.
But Trump has already disavowed Nick, so
Yeah, because it's over. Oh my God. Okay, they finally
And I'll
fixed
tell you,
it.
I love Trump. Kanye West, Ye loves Trump. We all love Trump.
What?
we know Kanye's not with you. We know.
It's just such a
This
cope,
Pope,
bro.
dude.
Like, look at the bombs behind him. Like, is that really
No.
the imagery to appeal to an audience of mainstream middle American conservative? Like, no. It doesn't appeal to anybody but edgelord Spurgs online.
It's cringe.
That's all this is. It's cringe.
Speech
Cringe.
today, and he was talking about Social Security.
The mic's still scuffed, by the way.
Now, I mean, don't get me wrong, okay, it's a very important issue. Social Security
What about the
matters.
Jews?
But he's saying how, well, they're trying to raise the retirement age to 70. And you want to know why he's talking about that? Because the average age at CPAC is 70.
But I mean, just
It's
pause.
not even true. Though.
Like, I mean, first of all, that's not true
Okay.
because there's a lot of TPUSA people there and younger people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the average age of the person who actually votes is much older. Like the people who actually do vote in elections are not young people. They're older people who do care about Social Security. So if you want to actually get elected
Yeah.
as a Republican, you want to make sure older people feel secure about Social Security.
Oh,
But oh no, it's not about getting elected. It's about screaming about the Jews there, guys.
Yep.
That's the
It's all right.
key issue.
I think I was a little bit quiet, guys. Someone just DM'd me.
Oh, that's all right.
I the mic was pulled back too much. Sorry, guys. I have it on close mode. Okay. Anyway, sorry for interrupting. Here we go.
Here's like 20.
Is that a good thing?
And you know, they were kicking me out, and I was trying to be nice to the guy, but I said, listen, I don't want to be at your gay conference anymore.
That didn't happen, by the way. We've seen the footage. It's invented. It was a fabrication. They made this one up.
Not true.
It was, our writers
They
came
get
up
smaller and smaller every year. Did you see the pictures this year from Don Jr.?
The irony of this is he's in front of 50 people. And he's talking about how Don Jr.'s speech was small or Trump's speech was small.
And he's got
Nick.
no one there. No one.
And look at the look on Nick's face. He looks like a goof. This is your political leader in his gay puffy leather jacket with sunglasses doing a soy face in front of a PowerPoint screen 10 feet wide with bombs on it. Holy shit.
And by the way, like, he just looks like a kid. I don't even know. This is a kid. This is a grade 10 student from high school telling you to follow him with bombs.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Don Jr., Marjorie Green?
We got Mr. Rock!
Rock!
$25.
I think he told me it's Mr. ROC. It's not actually Mr. Rock. He told me, I think this last week, he said, you guys have been saying it wrong this whole time. It's actually Mr. ROC.
Oh, by the way, the $25 dono that was anonymous was Mr. ROC. He just DM'd me and he went, okay, no, we got you, mister. We got you, Mr. ROC. Yeah, we'll remember that.
But he goes, comparing himself to our Lord, Buddy couldn't pick up a 10-pound hoodie out of his washing machine. Jesus carried a cross uphill that weighed more than Nick. It's so true. The cross itself weighed more than Nick. That's how Chad Jesus was. He just lifted Nick carried his own cross. What our king, the King of Kings, Jesus Christ. Just snake. Look at the snake. Look at the snake as they snake on their guest from last year. Their keynote speaker, Marjorie Taylor Greene, from last year's.
But why are they saying Large Marge?
Because she lifts weights.
Yeah, I saw that. That's impressive. So whatever.
Yeah, but they call her Large Marge for that reason.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm sure mainstream politicians will want to associate with you guys after you instantly snake on them, and reveal their secrets.
She gets no crowd.
But this Luciferian imagery, this isn't good.
He's not even lit properly. He's dark. Where's
it's like this dark, scary, weird speech. It's just
because she doesn't know anything about loyalty.
If I hear this word loyalty ever again, I'm gonna hang on. I'm sick of it. It's the internet and politics. No one's loyal. Okay, guys? The truth. The truth. You want to hear it? Oh my God.
And the people in this room and a beautiful woman named Laura Loomer. We get a round of applause.
A beautiful woman named Laura Loomer? The insanity of that statement.
Please.
Friends, colleagues, gentlemen, might all of us gathered here today appreciate the beauty of Laura Loomer? What?
What?
Have you ever heard a great speech in history that began in the first few minutes by praising one of the ugliest women as beautiful? Just already, how can you trust what Nick Fuentes says when he calls what is ugly beautiful?
Yeah.
When he calls what is crooked straight? Give me a fucking break, bud.
But I saw some pics from CPAC. Some of the chicks there were like, yo, I'd fill them up. You know what I mean? Have you seen any girl that you there? No.
No.
No. Not really important in politics, but you know what I mean. Some are saying boomer now, by the way. They aren't even saying loomer. They aren't even in sync.
And I'll tell you something. Laura Loomer could teach Marjorie divorced Green a thing or two.
Okay, Ethan divorced Ralph. You could say. Beardson divorced Matt. You know what I mean? Everyone, all your guys are divorced.
So anyway, we have a great crowd here. And I have to say, a lot of people told me, I thought I never had a career, you know, because I was at Charlottesville and I was at South to Steele, and I got caught on video saying some controversial things, not a few times, quite a number of times.
But it's true.
And yeah, but I'm always right. And, right? And so anyway, so
The delusion.
when I went to the Mar-a-Lago dinner, and then when we went on InfoWars and I was with Ye when he said he loves Hitler, everybody told me, they said, okay, this time it's over.
And it was.
But it is. You've
But
lost
it is
all
over.
your, like, you get no donos, you're losing money, all your people from Cozy are leaving, you only have Wolselroot and Ralph and Beardson as your main guys. You've like have no one watching you, everyone hates you, you've been disavowed by everyone, your movement's dead, and now Milo is about to reveal everything about your so-called leader, Ye, who's also abandoned you. It's over.
It was over when I went to Charlottesville. They told me it was over when we did the Groiper War and I did the joke about the Holocaust. They told me it was over after Stop the Steal when I was there. And I had my money frozen. I was put on the no-fly list. And then...
But we know it wasn't for that reason.
I know, it just relies on the ignorance and the stupidity of his own audience. But let's get to the end of this line here, and then we're going to stop this speech. Here we go.
I've already heard this.
There, and I think it just proved the point that I could go on InfoWars with Kanye West and say, I love Hitler, and not lose a single supporter.
And that's just where I want to stop it. And that's just where I want to stop the speech, because at that point, like, listen. Read alert! Read alert! Read alert! Listen.
No.
You lost a lot of supporters, Nick. When you came out and said that you love Hitler, like any of the old guard that were still there from back in the day when you and Beardson were fighting the optics war and saying that it was gay to go to Charlottesville and that you shouldn't be a neo-Nazi and you shouldn't say you love Hitler and you shouldn't be a Wignat, any of those people who are honest with themselves got the off the wagon. But most of them were already gone anyway. Anybody who's not just an impressionable child, anybody with critical thinking skills, when you came on the largest platform you've ever had and declared that you loved Hitler, they realized it was over. And it is over because you're outright saying now that you love Hitler and that the Holocaust didn't happen. And these just aren't smart optical moves, Nick. They're retarded. And look at him here. Look at him here. Just look at him. He looks kind of like Mitch McConnell. He looks kind of old here, doesn't he?
Yeah, his cheeks are like...
Like, look at him. In this moment, this is actually Fuentes transmogrified into his future as an old turtled man. And he'll look back on this moment and realize this is when I f***ed up, was when I yelled out that I loved Hitler. Just the hubris of this statement, that he didn't lose one single supporter or future supporter. It's just not true.
But we know it's like, you know, like Nick, we could see the truth. And now I want to ask you, Ashton, do you think that his audience knows and they're just like, you know, head in the sand, or like what's your thoughts on that? Because it's either they're like, when I watch like a Ralph guy, I go, do they like Ralph?
I mean, I think a lot of them now, they know, because a lot of them watch our show every week, or they've tuned into the show, or they've tuned into Jaden's show or RPG's show, and they know what's going on. They know that it's disappointing and a failure, but they're like, this is the best that we have. So we have to follow it, and we have to throw down our lives for this. But you don't actually. You know, you don't. You know, you could wait for something better to appear. It probably will in the next year or two. You could try and look around or form your own group or do your own activism, or you could just work on improving yourself and wait for a better opportunity. Like, you don't have to throw your life away for Nick Fuentes because he's the best we have. He's terrible. Just look at him. He looks like fucking Mitch McConnell's fucking Down syndrome dollar store young version. Like, it's weird. He looks in this image,
dude. Like, and
he's like going through like weird tunnels. All the imagery here, it was just a complete optical disaster and a total mistake. The whole speech.
He like, is just, and the speech is boring. Watch this. Pick a random spot. Boom. Just watch this.
after 5 minutes because you are not in line with the...
Hang on. It's loading. Oh, wait. No, it's playing. It's loading in... This happened live.
Yeah.
And listen, about Lady Maga, because that's who it is.
They're talking about Lady Maga.
Who gives a fuck about Lady Maga? Do you guys understand this? Not 2016 anymore, right?
Oh.
Have any of you guys out there in the audience, have you seen a Lady Maga video recently, or seen Lady Maga at all in the mainstream discussions or on a panel or on a show? I haven't.
No.
I honestly thought Lady Maga had retired and off, but apparently we're still talking about Lady Maga. When these people talk about Lady Maga, do you know what flashes into my mind? Do you know what flashes into my mind?
What?
Beardson trying to face off against Lady Maga.
Yeah.
And Lady Maga towering about 2.5 feet over Beardson. And Beardson being like, hold me back, guys. I'm going to kick Lady Maga's ass.
And then the guy
And they let him go. They let him go. And then Beardson backed away from Lady Maga like a bitch and was mogged. All the groypers, all 5 or 6 of them at once, mogged by a transvestite Lady Maga. And so I wouldn't bring up Lady Maga. I would keep Lady Maga's name out of your whore mouth because you were mogged by a transvestite.
You were Lady Maga.
Grifter con. You were Lady Mogged by Lady Maga. It's tough. It's grim when that happens.
This speech, guys, honestly, I dare you to watch it, guys. It is so boring. Like, I've never been more bored. It's just like the same shit you've heard over and over and over again. And it's also very hypocritical because they don't follow the censorship. Meanwhile, he's okay with censorship. And then everything he's against, he does. So